Alright, Kimbo White here. Talk a little bit about last night's fights. Haven't done a post-fight video for a while, but I'm doing them. I'm going to have to do these in a couple, 2 or 3 parts, though, because of this uploader problem I've been having. I had a couple of shitty comments on my video because I've not put any reasoning behind my picks. And, anybody that's been watching for a while knows that I normally do make about a 15-minute video. But I haven't been able to lately because of the upload problem. So that's what is up with that. And I want to talk a little bit about this Penn Diaz fight. A lot of you guys picked Penn. That was not a bad pick at all. This fight could have went both ways, without a doubt. Half you guys that picked Penn said that you thought that he could utilize his wrestling to out-wrestle Diaz, which I don't think was a bad pick or thought, because BJ surprised the shit out of us against John Fitch. This fight just shows the level that Diaz is on with these guys. The little thread on MMA Share that I saw, how much is Diaz worth? Whoever started that, now you're finding out. That's a stupid question to ask before this fight. Why didn't you let him fight BJ Penn and then see what was up? Because he just showed you guys what he's worth. He's worth as much as anybody in the UFC right now, and he just made himself worth that. So, anyways, to get back to it, the other half of you guys that picked Penn picked him because you said that you thought he could catch Diaz coming in with his nice short little jabs and punches that he throws in, his little short power shots that knocks the shit out of people. And you were correct, because he did do that. It just didn't finish Diaz. It didn't drop Diaz like everybody thought it would. Diaz came in and said, "Look, there's 2 meatheads here tonight. One ain't from Indy, one's from the 209." Walked right into BJ's punches the entire fight, and probably nearly paid for that a couple of times. I know BJ stopped him right in his tracks more than once, and I know he rocked him a couple of times. Maybe not rocked him. Maybe I shouldn't use that word, but definitely stunned him. And Diaz just shook it off and kept coming. In the third round, he actually had to shake blood out of his eye because he wasn't looking so pretty either. And a lesser guy, Penn would have put him down by the second round, like a lot of people thought. But people underestimate Nick Diaz's chin. What they don't realize is that Nick Diaz does take a lot of punches, a lot of shots in his fights. He's taking shots from some of the hardest punchers out there. I've seen him get rocked time after time after time. Zaromska, Cyborg, Daly, a couple of guys in Japan. I can't even think who the hell their names are right now. One just fought a few weeks ago. These guys, I've seen Diaz take punishment. He's got a steel chin too, just like Penn. And everybody that's UFC fans and not big Nick Diaz fans found that out last night. So I picked Diaz by decision in this fight. Not to toot my own horn, but I've watched Nick Diaz since his first fight in the UFC. I'm 31 years old. I've watched BJ Penn since his first fights in the UFC. I've had the first videotape of the UFC ever, and I've watched both these guys their entire careers. And I said, neither one of these guys is knocking the other one out. Now, could it have happened? Yeah. Did I think it was going to happen a couple of times? Yeah. Diaz scared the shit out of me a couple of times when he walked right into Penn's punches. Penn, I thought, was going down in the third. What kept him up was pure heart and a steel chin. But, more heart than anything, I think. Because, honestly, I think Penn was damn near out on his feet a couple of times. Just in that third round, he just got hamburgered. Now, to go to the numbers real fast, in the second round, Nick Diaz smelled blood, went for the kill, which was his body shots, his boxing game. He threw 80 body shots and landed 67 of them, starting in the second round. Nice little defense on the groundwork, takedown and ground and pound from Penn in the first round. Penn took the first round 10-9. The next 2 rounds, one of the judges gave Diaz one of them 10-8. I scored it 29-27. I think that 10-9 is for the second and third round for Diaz is what I scored it. But I can see how you could give Diaz probably that third round 10-8. But I think Penn did enough to stay in a 10-9 round, stayed in the fight, finished the fight, and lost the fight, but finished the fight, didn't go down, and took a hell of a beating. Let's see here. Diaz threw 350 headshots and landed 180 of them. And Penn didn't even throw 180 headshots. Diaz landed more headshots than Penn threw. So for Penn to finish the fight standing on his feet was very impressive. For Penn to finish the fight was very, very impressive. But after the fight, his words were, he can't go home to his little girl looking like this anymore. And, who likes to get beat like that? I mean, yeah, I can see where the guy's over it. He's done. BJ's getting older, man, and he's got all the money that he needs. Whatever. But Nick Diaz, after the fight, calling out GSP, telling him he thinks he faked the injury and he's scared to fight everybody. GSP went to Dana White, begged for the Diaz fight. Carlos Condit called and said he would step aside and allow it to happen. So we're going to get Diaz versus GSP, and it's probably going to happen just here in a few months. Wouldn't surprise me if they didn't try to go ahead and just make that. I mean, they were already training for each other. I bet they'll make this our year-end event. It'd be Diaz and Penn. I better throw that on the same card with. I'm not sure when 141 is with Lesnar and Overeem, but anyways, Diaz last night silenced all the doubters, and probably just made the haters run their mouths even more. But how much is Nick Diaz worth? As much as anybody in the UFC, buddy, and he showed you last night. So I'm gonna stop this right here so I don't go over on part one. I'm gonna start up another part two here.